Hello. How are you? It's Jill Lancet. Oh, stray bit of junk. Yeah, it's Jill Lancet. I'm here for your Sunday night card. Now, I took inspiration for this card from Sam Calcott. Crikey. I'll try and remember to put that down below in the description. But yeah, we're running on a wing and a prayer again. Yeah, I've been mucking around with this all afternoon, and let's hope this works out. Okay, now I did a prototype just to see if it would work in the US. That is the size, that's what it looks like. The measurements will work, hopefully. I will put all of the measurements below. I'm not sure if I'll get that into a project sheet or not. Yeah, I'm just running at a little bit of a time loss here today. But I'm going to tell you what we are going to do. So we have a card base. Now, I've got all the details in my crappy old handwriting here, but I will make sure you don't miss out. They'll either be below or in a project sheet. It's 14 centimetres by 10.5, just a bit smaller than our normal card because, measuring. In the US, it is 5.5 by 4.25. That is your usual size. We are going to mark this respectively. I will show you that in a minute, but that is the card base. That is the back of the card. We need a front of the card, and it is 10.5 by 6 centimetres in metric. In US letter size, it's 4.25 by 2 inches. So the same width of your card. Then we have 2 hinges, and in metric they are 6 by 6 centimetres. We are going to score them. In the US, they are 2 inches by 2 inches. And again, we're going to score them. I'm going to go through those measurements there as well. And then we have 2 pieces for the envelope side. 6 by 5.5 in centimetres in metric size card. And in the US letter size card, it will be 2 inches by 2.25 inches, and we are going to do some marking on that. So we'll start with our card base. I've got a lot to get through here for you today. So we're going to mark this at 5.25 centimetres, and we mark that's halfway. Okay, so 5 point. Now look, my head might get in the way here. Oh yeah, I need a pencil, a skinny pencil. Here we go. So 5.25. So there's 5.5. So we want to go roughly about halfway. I think people might forgive you if you were not 100% spot on. And then down both sides from the top, we're going to do the same. Now in metric, as I said, it is 5.25. In the US, it's 2 1/8. So it's halfway, whatever it is, halfway between your card base, you go down the same distance. Okay, so we're going to say 5 centimetres plus 2.5. It's roughly about there. And we're going to cut that. So you're going to need your trimmer. And I'm putting this in my track. I hope you can see that. There's the mark there, there's the mark there. So I'm going to pop that in the track there and in the track there. Now, I'm going to be using some of those gorgeous flowers that I cut out the other day. So I'm just cutting that. This is scrap. I wish we could have used that, but it doesn't work out. You might be able to work it out when you're making it, but yeah. So that is our card base. I'll just go over those measurements again. standard card base, except in Australia or metric, we are going 14 centimetres by 10.5. In the US, it is 5.5 by 4.25. So your standard card base, okay? So we've got that. Then we went halfway. Oh, I forgot that bit. We went halfway the width of that card, which is 5.25 centimetres. We made a mark, and then the same measurement, 5.25, we went down on each of the sides, and we've cut that off. In the US, it is 2 1/8, and then it's 2 1/8 down, okay? So that's our card base. Then we have the front of our envelope. It is simply 10.5 by 6 centimetres or 4.25 by 2. We're not going to do anything special with that. The two hinges, which are the two pieces that are 6 by 6 centimetres square or 2 inches by 2 inches square. Now, these sizes in inches do not fit our standard metric card, okay? So I want you to be aware of that. So we're going to score this now, and because I'm using metric, I'm using the metric scoring measurements, which is 1.5, 3, and then 4.5. But in the US, you will go 1/2 an inch, so 1/2 an inch, 1 inch, and then 1.5 inches, okay? Scoring, not cutting. So we want 1.5 centimetres here, and these are square. So 1.5, then we want to scoot that over to 3. Give that a score. And then on this side, we want it to be 1.5 or 4.5. If we were going like this, I would do it at 4.5. Okay, I'll do it at 4.5 because that's what I've put there. Okay, so we're going 1.5 centimetres, 3 centimetres, and then 4.5. I should have done that in the first place. Doy. Okay, so we're doing that on both of them. So again, I'll do it properly this time, okay? So 1.5 centimetres. Now, if you're in the US, you're doing this at 1/2 an inch, okay? But we're doing it at centimetres, so we're doing it 1.5 centimetres. In the US, you've done 1/2 an inch. Then I'm moving over to 3 inches. You are moving over to 1 inch. I'm moving over to 4.5, and you would be moving over to 1.5 inches. So you should have 3 score lines directly down the middle of our hinges. The next two pieces are, in Australia, they are 6 centimetres by 5.5. In the US, they are 2 by 2.25. Now, we want to mark them in half. So at 3 centimetres, obviously, we're going to be marking the 6 centimetre side. In the US, you want to mark it at 1 inch. So obviously, you're going to mark it at the 2 inch side, okay? So I'm going to pop that there. This is our 6 inch side, 6 centimetre side. So I want to find 3 centimetres and pop a mark. And I'm going to do the same thing with this. So our 6 centimetre side, and I want to mark that at 3. Now we're going to do some more cutting. We're going to go from this corner to the centre and then back to this corner. So you want to line that up in your track. So I've got my corner in there. I've got my mark there. And quite often I will start with the straight side and work my way to that pointy side because you might scrunch that. So we'll do the same thing. Now we've got 2 pointy sides. So start in the middle with your blade and go up one way and down the other. So this is what we end up with. Triangular piece. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to line this up here. Now, this took me ages to do both measurements. You know, I don't have to do the US measurements. I do that as a courtesy for my YouTube family. But it is a bit time consuming given that the cards are different sizes. So, yeah. And if I get it wrong, please just email me. I'll have a look at it. Because I'm not working in those sizes all the time, I could get it wrong. Gosh, I'm human. All right, now, hopefully that's everything. So, we're going to put this stuff together now. First thing I want to do is take my hinges, and I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to fold that in half. Okay, just going to fold that in half along that score line and then fold these two back. Okay, now this is where you get the opportunity to write any discrepancies in those measurements or those score lines. You want them nice and crisp. So we've got a W or an M. Okay, I'll pop that there. Going to do exactly the same thing here. Make sure that that's lined up nicely before I commit the bone folder to it. It's been here again in Greystanes. It's been quite cool today. Yeah, I hope my husband's out there setting up the fire to be lit. We did have it on the other night, and we had our little granddaughter, Libby, sleep over on Friday night. We went out for dinner and for a belated birthday celebration, and she came home with us and had a sleepover, so that was good. So W or M, whichever way you want to look at that. So now we've got that done. We're going to take our card base and I'm going to line this up so that the score line, the first score line, lines up with the edge of the bottom half of this card. So you want some liquid glue, tear and tape, whatever it is, your favourite glue. And, yep. Oh, and you don't want too much. You don't want this oozing out everywhere, okay? So I'm going to line that up down the bottom. I'm trusting that you can see that. So I'm just lining it up. That is the fold line. And I'm just going to, if I open it out, you might see it a little bit better. I'm just going to make sure that the fold line is lined up with the edge of the card, and the bottom of this is lined up with the bottom of the card. And I'm going to give that a second just to, you know, for the glue to set up. I can wipe away any excess, and I might just give that a nice burnish just to make sure that that is all nice and crisp. Now there's a bit of glue that's oozed out of there, so I'm just going to give that a rub over with my eraser. Just make sure that doesn't impede anything. Okay, so we've got that like that. So that might be the way to glue that, is to pop some glue on there, open it out, line it up with that, if that's the way your brain thinks, okay? So we'll do the same thing. We're lining up the hinge, the fold with the edge of the card. So the fold with the edge of the card. I'm just going to line it up like this. Okay, so the fold with the edge of the card, and if I fold it over, I can actually see that much better. Sam makes the most amazing cards. She makes them bigger though. And I always find that a bit tricky. Oh, it's, you know, it's much easier to do it on a bigger scale because you can fit more on it and all the rest of it. But, you know, do we have envelopes for it? Is it going to be extra if we post it? I always try to make it within the realms of a standard card base. So we've got these two little pieces now. We can fold them back up like that. And you'll notice that they spring. They spring out just like that. I hope you can see that. So that is the basis of this card. So now we have this front part of the bottom of the envelope, and that is going to be glued onto those springy bits. So I need to pop some more glue on here, on this tab now. This looked really, really complicated, but it turns out not to be quite that complicated. Now, I can lay this down flat and line that up with that if I want to. Okay. Just make sure that's all nicely lined up. And don't slip off. Julie, there's that slippage we were talking about. That wriggle room when you don't want it. Okay, so that's glued. And yes, I just got glue everywhere. Crikey. What happened to that eraser? Oh, there it is. Now, Sam did hers in white, and she did these really vibrant, put vibrant flowers on it, and I thought it looked so good. I mean, most of the time envelopes are white. So, yeah, it made sense to me to continue that. So there's that. That's going to fold back like that. This one is going to fold over like that, and we are going to glue that down just like that. So I need some glue on this tab. And it's not like it's going to get a lot of wear and tear. It's just going to be able to pop out. That's all. So there we go. We can lay that down flat. And we've got our beautiful, the basis of our card. It's already done. So I'm just going to give that a second just to set. Oops, not quite. Okay, so it's going to stand up like that once the recipient gets it. Now I can see that's not 100%. Now I could go to the trouble of trimming that off if I wanted to, but you know what? I think a blind man would like to see that. Okay, so that is our card base. They are our two hinges that pop out, and that is the bottom of the envelope. Now these two triangular pieces, now she popped them up on foam, but I'm actually not going to do that. I thought that was just an unnecessary step. I'm just going to glue them straight on, and they are going to look like those corner bits of an envelope, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to line this. I'm going to line this 6 centimetre edge up with the 6 centimetre edge. It's going to go across to the middle of the card. I'm just gluing it down flat. And I make sure, because these triangles are not equilateral, so you need to have them going the right way. So you'll find your 6 centimetre side sooner or later. Thank you. So yeah, don't get it mixed up. I'm sorry about the measurements, but that's how it worked out. So 6 centimetre edge on 6 centimetre edge. And I'm just going to line that up and glue that in place. Just give that a second for the glue to take hold. Now they overlap slightly. Don't worry. Don't worry one little bit about that, okay? So there we have our little envelope card. And now we're going to decorate it. Now this is the best part. Oh, I meant to stamp on the back and I forgot. I wonder if I can do it now. Uh-oh. I meant to stamp time to celebrate. Let's see. Crikey. Let's see if I can ruin it. So I've just got this stamp out. Time to celebrate. Dear, oh dear. Honestly. Hang on. I'll just get a foam mat. I'm just going to get a foam mat and pop it under there, just so that it cushions it a little bit. There we go. Cross your fingers. See if I've buggered it. Oh, I haven't buggered it. Wow, that's excellent, except I just put a dirty mark on there and there. Never mind. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? So then you can write on there. Wow. Whew, saved the day. Okay. So now I've got some more of these gorgeous, gorgeous flowers. I've chosen a couple, and I have this is currently in Australia. It is in the clearance, last chance products clearance sale. It is a set of dies called Wanted to Say. Have I got it here? Let me have a look. Yep, Wanted to Say. You get happy birthday, celebrate, crikey, what does that say? You're too kind and feel better soon. But you also get little elements that you can use as well. So this is in the clearance sale, the last chance products. And it's got a good saving on it. So yeah, it gives you the shadow as well as the writing. So I've just glued those together. The other day I coloured it. Once I'd glued it, I just coloured it whatever colour I needed. I've got a whole pile of these flowers that I cut out the other week. I can see a pencil mark there, so that's going. Yeah, and I'm not sure how I'm putting these yet. So yeah, come with me while I do this. I mean, I've probably got more flowers here than I need. But yeah, we'll see. I have put some kind of together. Now you can't, because your envelope is not much bigger than your card. In Australia, our envelopes are probably 15 centimetres, I think. Where is an envelope? Where is an envelope? Hang on. It is 16 centimetres. So I can go up higher than that. So if I find where 16 centimetres is, hang on. So I can go up higher. So I can pop this up so it's coming off the top of the card, and that will look really, really good. Okay, I might glue that one on there before I forget how I was going to do it. Hold your horses, honey, while I do this. So I only want glue in the bottom part of this. And I think I can't have it too far out. So it's got to be kind of within the confines of the card, width-wise. Yeah, I need to go in just a little bit more. Okay, so that's our first flower. And I can go up a bit. I can actually go up a bit. Yeah, look at that. How beautiful is that? Okay, yeah. think I was going to pop this one here like that. And I've actually got some, what do you call these things? Dimensionals on the back of that, but more so to the middle and the top. I think I can afford to put another one up here so that that's leaning forward like that. What do you think? What do you think about that? Okay, let's do that. Because I sort of laid it out, but I really didn't have the card made to actually do it all. So I can have it just like that. So we've got a bit of, what do you call that, dimension there. And I think I was just going to have this one dimension, yep, on a bit of dimension. This one here, I was going to have like that. Oh, I stuck a dimensional on there and I don't think I need it. So we'll just pop that one off. And we'll turn that so that that's covering that. Look at that. What do you think? I think so. Okay, let's see. Now, if you've put a dimension in the wrong place, just don't take the backing off it. Okay, so I think that one's in the wrong place, this one here. So I won't take it off. We'll see. Hang on. Hold your horses, honey. Okay. Now, let me just see. I might just have to check the back of this. I'm just checking the back to make sure that those dimensions are not going to stick to anything they're not supposed to. So now we've got some more dimension happening there. Then I thought I might pop a yellow one in here somewhere because we've got a bit of yellow there. And I can glue this one to the back of this, or I can glue it to that and have it up on dimensions as well. I might pop it right down there like that. Let's see what else I've got. Hang on. Let's see what else I've got. Okay. Okay, what about that? I think I'll just glue that because there's dimensionals underneath it. There we go. Look, we're getting there. And I think I might just have this one coming out like that. Now it's got some dimensionals on the back there. I might put some more on here, on the middle part here. And I can also pop a little bit of glue down here. So I can have that going like that. And then I thought I might have this one going like that. on the front and just have our happy birthday. What do you think? Just glue that on there like that and have our happy birthday on the bottom there. Okay, that's it. That's it. I'll pop some glue down the bottom here, just on the bottom half of that. Have that going like that. And then I put some of those things, what do you call them? Dimensionals on the back of my message. And this card's finished. As I said, it's not, once you've worked out all the measurements and all of that crazy stuff, yeah, it's not that hard, not as hard as I thought it was going to be. So I'll pop that down here like that, and just like that, we have this gorgeous envelope card that will definitely go into an envelope. You might have to be careful popping it in there, but it definitely fits in that envelope. Okay, so I also thought I might pop some gems around, but I don't know. What do you think? I've got these ones here, and I thought maybe just a couple. Let's see. Got a couple of that's a boho blue one there, and we might pop another boho blue one over here. And this is Moody Mauve. But look, let me just tell you something. They go with everything. So what do you think about that? I like it. Thank you, Sam Colcott. This beautiful, you've got the lines that it will indicate that it's an envelope. Oops, I got a bit of glue there. I got a little bit carried away with the glue by the looks. We've got our message on the back, time to celebrate, and it stands up by itself. I have seen them with an extra piece in the middle that we could have put in to put these pieces on, but guess what? I couldn't find that one, so you're stuck with this unless you can find it. I will put the link to Sam's, but that's what it looks like from the front when it pops out of the envelope. I hope you liked that. It's a little bit more complicated than just a standard card, but that's taken me 33 minutes. Admittedly, all that was already cut out. I might have overdone the flowers. Sometimes I do. But let me know what you think. I'll just give you a close-up of that. What do you think about that? Anyway, let me know. Like, subscribe, share. I would really appreciate that. If you wanted to make a donation to my nephew's charity, which is the Kanamaluka Wildlife Rehabilitation. Sorry, Diana, I still have not fixed that. Be kind, everybody. Have a fantastic week. Stay safe. And, yeah, I'll see you guys all on Thursday. But, yeah, that is the envelope card. On the back of it, you can certainly tell that it's an envelope. But, yeah, use up those things that I've fussy cut out. And, yeah, I like it. Okay, see you guys. Hooray. Bye for now.